Got my last haircut April 12, 2014. But the barbershop always has been and will always be a special place for me. I was a strong-willed kid raised by a single mom, and sometimes we would butt heads. Oftentimes she would send me down to Platinum Cuts to see Pat and Dave, but not for a haircut, just so they could talk some sense into me. She trusted them like that. Then there was that time in the 10th grade when Kim told me she was coming to the basketball game. I had to make sure I was fresh on the court. So I ran straight to the barbershop after school, knowing I didn't have money for the cut. Pat set me down in the chair, faded me out, lined me up, and told me to go ball. The fact that a good barbershop has been a jewel or a sanctuary in pretty much every black community across America has been well noted. But as a grown man now, what's as equally important to me as the line and the cut are the brothers in the barbershop. The brothers holding the community down. The brothers pouring into other brothers. The brothers like my man Slick.
Cool if I sit right here while I'm asking you. All right, now, like I said, me being from Detroit and you being from Chattanooga, which is technically considered the South, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's certain trends or certain styles or even certain haircuts that are like regionally specific, or do you feel like there's different styles and cutting from region to region or where you go?
You know, you got different people. Most times it be the same haircut,
yeah,
but with different names from different place to place. Now you do got places you do got places like Texas who got their own style.
Yeah.
You know, I know a lot of people try to make fun of Yellow Beezy because he got what we may call, I know in Chattanooga we call it Godfather. Some people call it a shag.
Yeah,
Some
yeah,
people may call it a mullet.
exactly, yeah.
You know,
but it's hot down there.
Yeah. And then they
yeah.
That's like the booster phase, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's just, really
that's the Timmy. That's
high
exactly.
type, you know what I'm saying? You know, that's like a military.
Yeah.
But you know, Memphis, they rock stuff like curls and
Right.
stuff like that way past everybody else.
Right.
You know
but it was still hot there.
Yeah, but then you go out to Cali, you may see plaits. People still wearing plaits and rubber band, you know, stuff like that. So it just depends. So I definitely think it does vary from place to place. But when you come to Atlanta, you see everything. It's a melting pot of everything.
You feel like Chattanooga kind of influenced your style and how you dress?
I will say this, it definitely did. It's funny you asked that because before I decided to move to Atlanta, right before I was still in Chattanooga, whatever, and I used to go to this club down there called Sky Zoo. And I remember I went one night, and they was real strict about the dress code. Yeah. It was pretty much a predominantly white club, but black people used to go. But at the time, that was really the only club that was really popular in the city.
Right.
So I remember one night I went, and the dude, he wouldn't let me in. So with me being who I was in Chattanooga, I'm like, I got upset, like, what? Like, you trying to play? But I got so mad. He was like, you'll get it one day. So I went home and I got myself together. I was thinking, I was like, all right.
Yeah.
So I came back fresh.
Yeah.
They was like, that's what I'm talking about. So ever since then, I started seeing the more and more I dressed up in like suits and button-ups and ties and stuff, I was getting a better reaction not only just from white people, but from everybody.
Even in your own community.
Yeah, I was getting more respect, and people would look at me different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I started getting more opportunities. I ended up actually promoting at that club, and I was the first black person to ever promote it at that club since it had been Sky Zoo.
Yeah.
So, you know, so after that, I said, you know, when I decided I was gonna move to Atlanta, I said, you know what, I'm coming down here, because what ended up happening was I was cutting hair in Chattanooga, but nobody really respected me as a barber because the fact that they knew me as Slick the promoter, Slick the host, Slick the dude doing beats of rap, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They knew me from that, so nobody, it was kind of like for somebody to come home from the penitentiary and then they cutting hair, they like, oh, you just doing that, just saying, just be doing something.
Yeah.
So I went on and went to school or whatever, and I said, when I started seeing it, I wasn't really getting nowhere in Chattanooga with it. I said, you know what, I'm gonna go to Atlanta where don't nobody know me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a couple people knew me, but then nobody know me for being a barber.
Right.
And I already knew Bird, me and him, you know what I'm saying, was good friends from when I used to stay behind here at a rooming house.
Oh, okay.
Man, I said, but you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna come down there, and I'm gonna come down there dressed up.
Yeah.
And wear my bow ties and my ties.
Yep.
I'm gonna cut hair like that,
Yep.
and that's gonna make me stand out.
Yep.
And sure enough, it worked.
Yep.
I built my clientele in less than a year.
Yeah.
And here I am now.
That's what
You know
how,
what I'm saying?
how long you been down here?
It'll make a year in what's this? What's this? October.
About to
It'll
be October, yeah.
So it'll be a year in October. It'll be a year and 10 months.
Okay, so we moved down here around the same time because I moved down here right before.
Yeah,
maybe a
when I
month or
met
two
you,
before. I was new down
right,
here.
Yeah.
Yep, that's wild. Regardless, okay, Detroit, Chattanooga, the Bronx, you know what I'm saying, Chicago, wherever the hell, it doesn't matter. It's like whenever you get into a barbershop in our community, it's always like a place where, I mean, we're pretty well known for it, a place where you can come and just kick it, you can get the shit off your chest, you can talk to, you know what I'm saying, do whatever. Why do you honestly, like, why do you think that that's just kind of like,
tradition.
just no matter where you go though, you know what I'm saying, no matter what hood you in.
Well, because man, it's like, cause everybody, we learn this since kids, because you know what I'm saying, as a child coming to the barbershop, you know what I'm saying, whether your mama taking, your daddy taking you, you know what I'm saying, when you was getting, you know, some people mama drop them off at the barbershop on a Saturday, you know what I'm saying, but it was always felt like a safe place. A place where you could, you know, when I say safe, not just safe to the kids, but safe for us what you want to talk about.
Right.
Because they teach you in barber school, and actually I went to cosmetology school, but they teach you, man, that we more than just, you know, we're more than just barbers, we're therapists. You know.
So that's actually giving to y'all when y'all
That's
learning
part
the
of
craft.
thing. You got to learn, you know, because a lot of people, you got some people that, you know what I'm saying, I mean, me, I have became a great barber. I didn't start off as a good barber.
Okay.
I started off being more of a therapist.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And the
because
skill
people,
came with
I
it.
listen. I know how to listen to people, and I had good advice because I had to experience a lot of stuff. So some people was like, you know what? I didn't really care if it wasn't the best haircut in the world. You know what I'm saying? I like talking to him. He got good advice, and he listened. So I think that's what mostly all barbers. You know what I'm saying? We're good listeners. You know what I'm saying? So this is a place where people can come and get stuff off their chest. You know what I'm saying? And you can find out what's going on.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people don't watch the news. Come to the barbershop, you're going to know what's going on.
Yeah, no doubt. I know you a little bit, but for the people that don't, I know you'd be a pretty multi-talented dude, you know what I'm saying? With a lot of different interests, pretty cultured. So what made you, out of all the things you could have been, you know, 'cause you're a smart cat, you got a lot of drive. Out of all the things you could have been, what made you want to be? What made you want to be like, you know, I want to be a barber, and this is what I want my station or my trade to be?
Actually, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It's gonna be funny. I was actually, man, like I was out of high school, man. I was rough, man. You know what I'm saying? When I say rough, like I was wild. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to party.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I was doing music, so I met a dude who was in the streets, but he wanted to use me for my music knowledge, and which led me to getting in a lot of trouble because I started dealing in drugs and stuff, which led me to going to jail a lot. So while I was in there, when I first picked up a pair of clippers ever, and it's funny too because actually my sister bought me my first pair of clippers for Christmas, and I never used them. But one time I was locked up, and they was like, they needed a trustee. This was in Murfreesboro. They was like, hey man, you know, they looking for a barber trustee on this floor. Y'all know somebody who cut? And then I didn't even think nothing about it till they said, yeah, you know, the barber trustee get time took out. I said, oh yeah, I cut. Yeah, I said, yeah, man. I said, I lied there. I said, oh man, I've been cutting, man.
I'm nice.
I said, oh man, I said, but I'm a barber on the street.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
nice.
I'm just lying like it.
Hell yeah.
But so they ended up giving me the job, man, and that's where I got all my practice at.
Word.
That's where I got all my practice at, man. So by the time the last time I had went for 3 years, I actually got so good, man. Like my last bill, it was so easy. You'd have thought I was on the street. I had my own barbershop and stuff. I knew then that this was my only way out to keep from coming back.
That's what's up.
So when I got out, man, I had actually while I was in that store doing a little research and started looking up different type of grants and scholarships and stuff. You know, for me being black, being a felon. Yeah. And when I got out, it was crazy because we didn't even have a barber college in Chattanooga. So I ended up having to go to cosmetology school. Wow. See what I'm saying?
But it probably got you sharp in so many other different
So many
areas.
different other areas. Yeah. That's what helped with that. Also helped sharpen the whole my image because I started going to hair shows like the Premier hair show. I went to the Bronner Brothers, but when I went to Premier, it changed my life because I started looking at people like Paul Mitchell and people like that. These big names in the hair industry that were men. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, well, shit, I can make something out of this. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. Yeah, we kind of touched on it a little bit, but what do you feel specifically for you, your role is, or even if you feel like you have one, your role in the community, being a barber, being not just a barber, but the type of barber you are, the kind of style you bring to it, the type of knowledge, the type of passion you bring to it. What do you feel your role is in this community?
Man, to be honest, man, to be a barber on MLK with so much, you know, different stuff. You got poverty, you got drugs, you got, you know, violence, you got everything. I think, man, I bring like a different side of MLK. I bring hope, you know what I'm saying, to a lot of these younger kids who see me, you know what I'm saying,
That's real.
And inspiration to them that like, you know, just because you in this don't mean you got to adapt to it. You ain't got to do that. I don't think about that. I don't even think about what go on outside. You know what I'm saying? I'm letting the environment change and to fit me. I came in already feeling like I was in Buckhead. Now they finna change this into Buckhead.
You feel me? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
So I just want to show people like, you know, you don't always got to adapt to your surroundings. Make your surroundings adapt to you.
Damn, bro. You see a lot of different people in your industry, from different walks of life, from different areas, different beliefs, whatever. So you're given your large sample size of our community. What do you think the state of the black man in America is right now?
I think
let me rephrase that. How do you think they see us, and how do you think we see ourselves right now?
I think right now, man, I think with everything with social media and stuff right now, I think right now a lot of black men don't really know who they are because everything's about following now. Everything's about following. If you're on Twitter, follow this person. Facebook, you gotta follow that person. You know what I'm saying? And you got, the culture has changed so much and it's merged too with the white, you know what I'm saying, with like the white culture. So I think people are more expressive about themselves now. I do think that's a good thing, like far as taking chances with their image that people would not take
back in the,
you know, like, you know, maybe 10, 12 years ago.
In our community specifically, for
sure.
Yeah.
So, but now it's like, I think it's people taking chances now, you know, with coloring their hair, how they dress, you know, not worrying about being judged, not worrying about their sexuality, you know what I'm saying? People are starting to be more free about what they want to do. I think as black men, I think that we're definitely doing that, but I think, I definitely think, I see less people, I see less ambition for as drive. And when I say drive, I mean literally and figuratively. Because I don't see a lot of dudes trying to drive. They're not trying to get cars. Like I always like it was not an option for me to have a car. A lot of these dudes don't care about a car. As long as they got a little money in their pocket and some Jordans or something on. You know what I'm saying? They cool. It's all about.
And they can take a picture and post it.
That's all it's about because you can sell yourself on social media and get the same attention that we used to get to pulling up in a car with a box. So I think we kind of lost. We've let social media kind of take over and made us lazy. You know what I'm saying? And not as ambitious. You got some that's ambitious, but definitely not as much as it used to be.
You think
Social-
it made us lazy because the accessibility is already right there?
It's right
just
there.
right at you.
I mean, because everybody knows you can become a superstar on social media.
That's a fact.
So everybody's so now you got people just doing stupid stuff to try to get, you know what I'm saying, to try to get recognition, to try to become Instagram famous.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of done affected us and made us not want to go to school as much. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not want to get a trade or whatever. It's just like, hey, I'm finna sell me whatever I can sell, make me a little money to look good on Instagram, and then if that ain't working, maybe I go stand on the counter at McDonald's and pour ice cream on my head. And hopefully they'll catch on, you know what I'm saying?
Different challenges, all that bullshit. Yeah,
So
no doubt.
I mean, it's just, you know, and I think the gang culture has influenced us really bad too.
Yeah.
It's more gangs all around than ever before. Everybody's want to be a part of something. Yeah, no, it's done hit. It hit everywhere, man.
Yeah.
It's just like now it's it's cool to be in a gang.
Yeah.
It didn't used to be like that. Yeah, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's more so about, like I say, it's more about being a part of something. So now, and then like I say, it's cool to be in a gang. Like that's cool. That's attractive to some of the girls. I've never seen so many women in gangs.
Yeah.
That was unheard of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've never. And the worst thing I think that's done hit our community at this time is prescription drugs. It's taking us out.
That's real.
Prescription drugs has hit so hard that people don't even see how bad it's affecting. With me being from Tennessee, though, I know about prescription drugs because you know Tennessee has always been it's like
nice
the high of the charts in America
for
for prescription drugs because we got a lot of white people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was like an older white woman. People don't understand Xans and stuff were for older married white women who couldn't cope with their marriage. You know what I'm saying? Pain pills is because of their lifestyle. This was for rich people. Now you got it in the hood. Not only is it expensive, you know what I'm saying, but it's also addictive.
And it's getting abused like a
motherfucker. So it's just getting, it's just getting out of hand, man.
What do you feel like, where do you want to take the industry? Like where you're responsible for, where do you want to take the barbering game? Do you feel like there's a ceiling? Do you feel like it's room to grow and do some other shit?
For me, it's strictly platform. I want to go platform. You know what I'm saying? That's just for me. Like I say, I mean, it's only. This is not my only thing, but
right.
If as far for me, my level is being more platform. When I say platform, being somebody that's not just cutting hair, but somebody that's doing the big hair shows, and standing on the platform and talking to people and showing them, instructing them about this and that, and showing my art face to face, and also entertaining at the same time. So it gives me, because I entertain, so it's like I entertain in here all the time.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? But I want a bigger crowd, so that's what would work for me. You know what I'm saying? To where I'm, you know what I'm saying, being able to not only educate, but entertain. You know what I'm saying? That's my highest level I feel like I can reach.
What has been, since you've been in the game, what has been your least favorite trend or least favorite haircut to cut?
Oh man.
You gonna laugh?
I'm gonna tell you. No, I'll tell you, man, it's not necessarily a certain cut, it's the texture. You got some people hair, man, that's just so straight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just so straight, and it's just like, it takes forever because every little flaw show.
Yeah, you can't, the blend and all that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people, man, think that the straighter the hair, the easier it is to cut. Black people hair, when you got nappy hair, that's easy.
That's right. Yeah. So the good hair bullshit is some
straight
bullshit.
Hair,
thank you.
Man, that's the worst. That's my least favorite thing.
Dispel that off the dribble. If you weren't a barber right now, what do you think you'd be doing?
I'd be music, entertainment.
Yeah, like from the artist level or A&R executive.
I do a little bit of everything now. Yeah, more. He got that hood on today. Yeah, definitely entertainment. And I mean, that's something I'm doing now, man. That's why I chose barbering too, because it gives me a little leeway to be able to
do your freedom. To do your
now that I got this settled, I can start getting back into this,
smart,
so
bro.
I can mix them both together. You know
that's smart, bro. That's what's up, man. Like I said, that's the last question, but it's on a personal note, man. Like, I see what you're doing, man. Like, you know, like I said, we got down here around the same time, and you and Jay, the only two people that's come here since I've been in the league. You know what I'm saying? He
Okay.
come here when you not here. You know what I'm saying? So
That's
it's like,
what's up.
it's I just want to, you know, I feel like you deserve some kind of spot. Like I see what
Appreciate
you're doing,
you,
bro.
man. Appreciate
You a
you.
smart dude. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you,
It's evident that you give a fuck about the community. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
care about pouring back into the people and shit.
Thank you.
So you know, I just feel like you need to know that you know what I'm saying, brother. See you, bro. You doing your thing, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you.
Sometimes I be thinking like, all the time, like, I should've finished school, then I'd be successful. Maybe been an officer to serve and protect you. Should've been a businessman, dressing flying button-ups. Or a basketball player trying to dunk or lay it up. Fuck it, I'm a hustler, I could've been a lawyer. Fireman, doctor, somewhere in the service. Letting off the chopper, in your local drive-thru. Serving all the customers. Either way I am, cause fuck it, I'm a